Hi, I'm Chip GT.
I'm Sid 480.
And where are we?
We are here on day one of Pincinnati.
Yes, we are. It's been a year in the making. We finally got my cabinet here, and we're excited to play some pinball.
Oh, yes.
So, without any further delay, let's coin in and push start. That or I just suck.
Can it be both?
So we got in last night and we got our table set up, and we want to say a special thanks to the Pincinnati Pinball Group for allowing us to hang out with them and have some pizza and some beer and play some of their machines before the actual day started. So while we were doing that, what were some machines that really stood out to you that you got to play last night?
Well, there's every generation of pinball. There's a machine that's set up across the way that's one of the original. You need to reset the board yourself. You need to do. It's one of the first edition.
Electromechanical.
This is one of those that were. It was before that. This is like during Prohibition.
Oh,
one of those pinball machines during the actual Prohibition.
Yeah, just the wood and ball.
You got the electromechanical. You have the solid state, and you have our solid state drive machine.
Yeah.
So yeah, ours is technically a solid state.
Yeah, it is. The whole time it's a solid state.
Tank Force is here.
Yeah.
Was it Pulp Fiction is here. Jersey Jack's brand new Elton John is here.
Yeah. I didn't get to play Elton John.
There's a long line for Elton John.
Yeah. It seems like it plays pretty smooth from what I overheard other people saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's do a little quick montage and show you guys what's here.
Even Rocky had a montage.
Post Pincinnati, Chip GT here. The rest of this video is going to be kind of after Pincinnati, because while I was there on day one, I quickly realized that I couldn't leave the cabinet unattended. People didn't know how to coin in or activate the buttons. Even though I had a little card on the top, they still struggled to go back and forth in different cabinet tables and things like that. And then the VPX version 8 software crashed after about 30 tables or so. So I was constantly having to restart it and things like that. As far as the cabinet itself goes, it transported really well. It was very easy to collapse and get loaded into the car. It weighs about 200 pounds. And I noticed that once we got there and got it set up and everything, a lot of people were really interested in the VP cabinet that I made, because a lot of people were like, I've never seen a VPin cabinet that's like this, that has, the shakers, the solenoids, the lighting, and all the other things. And a lot of people were impressed with many different features. The first day that I was there, I did bring the VR headset. Only a handful of people got to try it out, and then we kind of started thinking a little bit about how many faces do we really want in the VR headset that I use on a regular basis. So I was like, you know what, maybe we need to remove this and, you know, kind of just talk about it and how it is a VR capable cabinet and things to that nature. With the VPX software, it did crash, and that's because I'm running the beta number 5. I was debating before going to Pincinnati if I should just keep it on 10.7 or go to 10.8. And as more and more tables have been coming out with 10.8, I really was like, hey, you know, I really want to have the 10.8 tables working on the cabinet. So I installed the 10.8, which made it so that I had to babysit the cabinet because it was about every 30 tables or so going in and out. Either the kill code wasn't being sent to the B2S server, or the kill code wasn't being sent to Pinup Popper or something along those lines. It was not receiving the turn these features off. And then, you know, I'd have to exit out of the software, either do a reboot on the computer, or I'd have to shut down Pinup Popper and make sure that Pinup Popper was actually done and shut down and restarted. So that created a little bit of, I have to babysit this thing, and it lasted, I mean, it's the longest I've had the computer running. And I want to say, you know, on the first day, we went from like 10 o'clock in the morning until midnight. And then at midnight, we shut it down. It only crashed like three times the first day. The second day, we started at 10 and we went until midnight. And around 11:30 or so, I had a crash. And I was like, you know what, there's not a lot of people here left, so I'm just going to shut it down for the night. And then the third day, it ran all day and only had one crash. So altogether, it wasn't bad. It performed really well. And I think some of the key features that people really like, they were really impressed with the fact that you could coin in and set the coin in options like you would with any cabinet. So they were impressed with that. There was other people who were impressed with the lighting and how it just didn't turn on and light up or have like a fire mode. It was truly interactive lighting, and a lot of people really liked that. And then a lot of people really surprised by the rumbling of the shaker motor and the solenoids firing. So I think there was a little bit of something for everybody. However, the biggest complaint that I had was that the flipper buttons and the solenoids and the response time for VPX actually firing was delayed. The issue with that is I have my button hooked up to a relay. That relay then fires a solenoid, and then it will carry the signal down to the Pinscape board, which then goes into the computer and triggers the command. So somewhere in that daisy chain, there is a delay that's happening. We're going to explore that in the next video and kind of figure out what's happening, why there's a little bit of a delay, and what I can do to improve those things so that you guys can learn from the lessons that I learned. People in the real pin community rely on that trigger hair flipper flip in order to get some of the shots. It is something that you can adapt to, but a lot of people that were there, especially the people who are in the tournament, they kept saying, oh, this is going to screw me up for tournament because I'm having to relearn how this reacts and how it plays. I'm used to having the no delay. So I think that the issue is with that relay because of the time it takes to energize and carry the signal forward. So I think what I'll do is we'll start by exploring that in the next year. Before I go into what I'm going to do next, I think it's important to talk about some of the things that really impressed me at Pincinnati. And one of those things was I got to meet this professor who is at the University of Cincinnati, and he teaches a mechatronics class that really goes into some really detailed, you know, how to build your own pinball machine. And he's partnered with Stern and several other different companies, and it teaches students how to go about building your own pinball machine and wire up the electronics, creating electronics cards, taking inputs and converting it over to game code and making it really functional. And this is truly how the future of pinball engineers is created. So if you're interested, I highly recommend that you go over to the University of Cincinnati's webpage, check out this course and the mechatronics class. I was really surprised in the level of detail that some of the students went into when they made their own cabinets. I mean, some of the functionality of the tables, it's things that you see in a regular cabinet, and they're being taught how to go from nothing to creating a functional pinball machine in a 3-month time span. I was really amazed at some of the tables that these students designed. So if this is something that you're interested in, I highly recommend that you go over to the University of Cincinnati's webpage. There's a link down in the description, and check out this course and check out how the future of pinball engineers are being created today. I also got to meet some of you guys out there who watched the videos at Pincinnati, and that was a real treat to actually get some live feedback from you guys. And thank you very much for watching the show. We're up to 500 subscribers now. I'm going to try to get some more, promo codes from Pinball Life and some other places to really help you guys out and kind of celebrate that milestone. I also got to meet somebody from Pincinnati who has a Vpin cabinet and has made all the things that I have made on my cabinet and done some of the things that I've done. And he's a little more involved with the Vpin workshop, which is where you can go to learn how to make your own Vpin tables in VPX and in Future Pinball. So I got his information, and I think what we'll do in the next year is I think it's time for me to start looking at maybe building my own Vpin table in here. So what I want to do is I want to work together with all the followers and everybody, and we're going to start a new series that I'm going to call the Wizardry Workshop, and we're going to come together and create our own unique brand new table with input from you guys. There will be live streams for this where we make decisions, and we'll talk about in the video series just like the different functionalities and the layouts and things like that. The idea is that maybe we take a custom table that we build together to Pincinnati next year. So look forward to that after New Year's. I'm also going to try to, fix the flipper issue that I'm having, and that'll come next year as well. I'm going to take the rest of the month of December off just to kind of be with my family and celebrate the holidays. So the next video will be next year. Thanks again for watching, and thank you to Pincinnati Pinball Group for allowing us to come out there and really reach this milestone in the development of this cabinet. It's really come a long way. I'll see you guys next year.